Mélie. Lucian, c'est solution. Okay? Why are we even dealing with chef mixed signals? But let's go. All right, welcome to another episode of Claire here. We are taking on Emily in Paris this week, and it's going to be a 4-episode event. So we're going to go into episodes 1 and 2. I'm glad they did like a miniature, cute little exposition recap because I don't understand why. I know there's a writer's strike, but they'll do that. They'll wait a while to pick up back up where a series was, and then we're supposed to just remember everything. I was like, I can't remember the emotion. I was like, when did this person get with this person? Who's this person? But all right, let's go into the recap. So first things first, the recap was done by, I want to say it's Camille's brother, basically Gabriel's baby mama, little brother. So they did the horizontal tango, and he was just talking about, you know, how she took advantage of him and all this stuff like that. I forgot all about that. That was actually pretty trifling when I think about it. All right, so I have Gabriel, the Angel of mixed signals. Basically, he got Kami, who was his girlfriend at the time, pregnant. And then Emily was kind of like breadcrumbing that actually Kami actually cheated on you with Sophia from Greece. And like she comes over to his house, he burned his hand or something. They're still neighbors. I'm just like, how do you have to get over this person, but you live with them still? They're neighbors. And so she goes over to his apartment, and he's cooking the eggs, and she's cooking it for him. She's like, oh, she's basically breadcrumbing. Oh, well, Kami is not what you think she is, or who knows what she's up to, or blah, blah. Like, she's breadcrumbing him, which I also think is very toxic. I feel like it's a passive form of communication. But anyway, so we go on to Alfie Lucien. He's obviously the better choice. One, I think he's, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like he's more finer, but he just has no drama attached to him. He's got that hot British accent that we love to hear. But she's still stringing him along as well, because she's like, he's not answering any of my texts. You know, he called me a cheetah at the last at the engagement party, because they were gonna get married, because like Gabriel wanted to do the correct thing and marry Kami, and it was just this whole thing, child. And so I have on here, Julien is one of the best characters from the show. He's basically her coworker, and he's always being, I wouldn't say being put to the second, but it's basically, it's Emily in Paris, it's not Julien de Paris. So I feel like he quit because he ended up quitting and going to work for their adversary. And he quit because he felt like he was just being overlooked. Emily messed it up. And then the campaign was basically Emily and Alfie kissing. And now she's trying to save the day once again from a problem she created. And basically trying to save the day because Alfie wants nothing to do with her. Also, there was a scene at the beginning when he was boxing to get his aggression out. And she looked at him up and down thoroughly. She's so real for that. All right, so we go to Mindy, which is one of the bestest characters from the show. So she's dating, basically she's dating Nikolai, which, fun fact, they're actually dating in real life. So cute. I'll go into that in the review portion on the later review on the rest of the week, but that's so cute, by the way. And basically they're at a Cadeau launch party, and Pierre Cadeau launch party, and like his father's just basically making snide comments about like, oh, well, you know, thank God she's covered up today because this and the other. And then like Mindy hears that he doesn't even try to step up, which, like I said, we'll go into that later. But anyways, so Alfie ends up coming because like there's this big show that pops up, there's this big kissing cam to like promote the product, and Alfie basically kisses her basically goodbye. And that's overall the recap of the first episode. And then they also find out that Camille is missing and they don't know where she's at. First things first, just real quick before I get into episode 2. First things first, one thing I did notice is that Alfie's still fine. No, but seriously, one thing I've noticed is that they do have a tendency to have like, they try to split the runtime. Like I said, I don't know why, maybe it's been so long, but the episodes are only 35 minutes a piece. So that they do a good job of in the 35 minutes giving all the main characters their own storylines and keeping up with them. So I really do like the fact that they do that. It's a good way to balance everything. But sometimes I feel like they have a tendency to kind of like put a little bit too much into one episode and not just like split it a little bit more evenly. But that was just a call out from me. Alfie and Emily breaking, like Lucien, but Alfie, like, I don't know if it's just like just a hormonal thing for me, but like when he was like tearing up, like I almost teared up with him, and I don't cry like that. Because I could tell he was really hurt. Like I could tell like he's one of those people, like he reminds me of myself. Like I don't like a lot of people. Like I'm very friendly, but I'm not open. So if I sit there and I start developing feelings for you and you're not done with another person, to me, it's on sight. You know, I'd have been in there boxing with him. Like, but it's just like, she sat there and said, I have no feelings with Gabriel. And then like Alfie made friends with him. Like, that's why when Alfie had stepped to him and said, oh, you sat there and lied to my face. You know, his accent's so hot. You sat there and lied to my face and said you had no feelings for Emily. And yet here you are. Here you are, lying again. And I was like, oh my God. But I really like, that was like the biggest call out. And then of course, Mindy and Nikolai are so cute. But if you can't stand up to your father, you're not gonna be able to go far. All right, so episode 2, I have on here. So basically, Emily reveals, like she couldn't wait to do. Emily reveals that Camille and Sophie are together, and she saw the picture Sophia basically saying, oh my God, love Greece, or Greece weekend. And so by assuming, instead of messaging her, she's like, okay, well, she's in there. That means she's in there with Greece. That she's there with Sophia and Greece. So she calls Sophia up. She's like, hey girl, you know, they wilding over here. How's Cammy do? She's like, I haven't seen her since the wedding. I was like, oh no. So she really missing. And of course, Gabrielle gets mad at her because she told him the secret and said, how could you do this? I was going to marry her this whole time, which I'm just like, flag on the play. On God. Like, because how you gonna say get mad at me when that's your girlfriend? Your girlfriend, your baby mama is lying. Like, I don't understand. She lies. This is what Camille do. This is what Camille does. Like, she's a liar. Anyway, so Sylvie, which like I said, Sylvie is what I want to aspire to be. I don't know if she was in her late 50s, 60s. Unless she's in her 40s or something. She looks so good. Like, Sylvie is like that. She still has that like sex appeal, and like she's still like, I know people like she was turning heads when she was younger. I was like, no, she's turning heads now. Like, Sylvie is so beautiful to me. Anyway, so Julian's working with JVMA, and then basically, like, she keeps getting these calls from Le Monde, basically the World magazine, trying to say, hey, we're building up a case. You want to know about what happened with Nikolai's dad, about like how bad he was, horrible person. And so I have on here, everyone is disposable. When that was basically Sylvie's ops, when she says when Julian left, and she's like, oh my God, everybody's disposable. It's not even that big of a deal. But I know she was hurt. That's her son, basically. And Lucas is basically taking over her work. Lucas to me, he became more of a comic relief like towards the end of season 3, because like certain stuff he be doing, I'm just like, Lucas. But also, Lucas, you're funny. So I like that. I have on here that basically when Nikolai wanted to make it up to Mindy about basically not defending her, he let her go shopping like an exclusive closet, and then one of the girls that worked there let it slip and say, oh, you're here unattended. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, is this the Regency era? And so basically she was saying how Nikolai's father needs to be there whenever the girls try the clothes on, indicating, you know, nefariousness going afoot. And so Cammy is really missing. Sophie hasn't seen her. And then so Emily starts, you know, doing what Emily does, which is meddling. She's a meddler. You change the name from Cooper to Medla. And then basically she goes and asks the friends, like Cammy's friends, like, what's going on? They're like, oh, you're a stealer, boyfriend stealer. They are of no help. And then Mindy suggested, oh, well, you know, sharing location, or Sophia, somebody suggested the sharing location. She finds the location, she finds her. And so they have a boat battle. So basically Camille basically is just like, oh, you told him. And Sophia is like blowing my phone up. He's blowing my phone up. I just want some clarity about what I want to do, which to me is very irresponsible, especially early in the pregnancy. A lot of doctors say do not do nothing those first 4 months because you are in pregnancy purgatory. So do not do nothing major. Any stress you can get rid of, like make it disappear. And so Sylvie, what is it called? So Sylvie passed with Story, Nikolai's father. And then they finally found, I got irritated because I was just like, this is so stupid. But basically like overall, I just got irritated with the fact that I just feel like Emily's kind of just thrown into it. Like I feel like she's like I feel like she's Gabrielle and Camille's girlfriend, low-key. You know, like it's kind of like whenever things go wrong, we point to Emily, but any other time like that, we don't have nothing to say. So Sylvie's still battling with saying if she wants to say anything she's still battling if she wants to say anything about it. And then they finally found her, and then they kind of hint towards what happens. But my miniature review of that, and I'll do my overall review in the last episode, is that I get frustrated when I see a plot is clearly trying to write a character out. Because even when how they had Alfie say goodbye, like my heart was breaking. Because I was just like, you just kind of just built it up like he's at all the premieres. You know, he's at all the premieres. I'm thinking he's going to be like a main character. Like I said, this is only the first part, so maybe we're missing something. But I really felt some type of way because, like, how dare you? I was like, how dare you? Just build like he's going to be a main character. Because I actually like Alfie for her because I feel like this is someone who's going to challenge her and not give her mixed signals. Like, Gabriel is, you think he's cooking in the back? He's really cooking up mixed signals. That's the only thing he know how to make. You know how to make a good quiche. You know how to make a good steak Wellington. He also knows how to cook up mixed signals. He knows how to cook up a storyline because he's so aggravating. But I have on here too, during the boat battle that I wanted to call out is that Camille never apologized. Like, there's something about the fact that he never apologized. But so Sophia flies from Greece immediately to France, and you know, basically they both Sophia kisses Camille in front of Gabrielle, and she's so happy to see Sophia. But Gabrielle, she's kind of like, oh, nice to see you. Like he didn't go missing. Like this to me, it's a red flag. I know right now Emily is still trying to, you know, just get through the motions by now, but to me this is a red flag. Like, it's a red flag. Like, this girl literally was missing for days, and during that day spans, when she comes back, she makes it sound she just took a walk around the park. You went to another part of the country. Now, I know France is smaller than America, so I don't know the equivalencies where she went, but I know she went outside of Paris. Okay, but it was just frustrating because it's just like, this girl, she didn't even sit there and think how much she had people worried, her family, or this and the other, but she just immediately was like, oh, Sophia, hi. Sophia is a stronger warrior than me, but definitely for sure stay tuned as I review episodes 2 and 3. See you in the next episode.